In a startling diplomatic intervention that has ignited a firestorm of debate across Nigeria and the international community, U.S. President Donald Trump has reportedly issued a strict 72-hour ultimatum to the Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The directive was delivered via a video address released by Unity reporters late Friday, in which the president explicitly called for the immediate reversal of the recent appeal court judgment against the separatist leader. This development marks a significant escalation in international pressure on the administration of President Bola Tinubu, transforming a long-standing domestic legal battle into a potential diplomatic crisis between Nigeria and its most significant Western ally. The video, which has amassed thousands of views and sparked intense discussion across social media platforms, features the U.S. president speaking with characteristic directness. He framed the continued detention of Kanu not as a mere legal oversight, but as a fundamental miscarriage of justice that threatens the stability of the West African nation. Addressing the Nigerian leadership and global viewers, he stated that he has watched the situation very closely, consulting with legal experts and diplomats, only to conclude that the recent conviction raises serious concerns about transparency and fairness. The president's message was unequivocal. The Nigerian government must act within 3 days, not a week, not a month, not a year, to release Kanu or face the reputational and potentially political consequences of ignoring a global call for justice. At the core of the address was a warning that the heated atmosphere in Nigeria has reached a tipping point. The president observed that millions of citizens feel unheard and ignored, a sentiment he described as a dangerous precursor to instability. When you have a situation where millions of people feel ignored, anything can happen, he cautioned, noting that tension and distrust are growing rapidly. The ultimatum is thus positioned not as an act of hostility, but as a necessary call for leadership to prevent the country from sliding into civil unrest. He urged the Nigerian government to view the release of Kanu not as a surrender, but as a bold, mature decision that would restore trust and demonstrate strength to the international community. The speech extended beyond the geopolitical implications, offering a direct message of solidarity to the Igbo people and Kanu's supporters. Acknowledging their contributions to global science, business, and culture, the president validated their quest for fairness and equality, asserting that disagreement is not a crime and speaking for your people is not an offense. He implored the populace to remain peaceful but persistent, reinforcing that their voices are being heard in Washington. This rare direct appeal to a specific ethnic demographic within a sovereign nation underscores the severity with which the U.S. administration views the potential for conflict if the grievances regarding Kanu's detention are left unaddressed. Furthermore, the address linked the resolution of Kanu's case to Nigeria's standing in the global economy. The president reminded Abuja that the world is watching, including investors and diplomats who assess a nation's stability based on its adherence to the rule of law. The implication was clear: continuing to hold Kanu could alienate international partners and deter investment, while releasing him would be applauded globally as a victory for human rights and a signal that Nigeria is open to dialogue. He painted a picture of two futures for Nigeria, one of healing and unity if the ultimatum is met, and another of unnecessary instability and international criticism if the judgment stands. As the 72-hour deadline begins to tick, the atmosphere in Abuja is reportedly tense. Government officials face the difficult choice of adhering to a foreign ultimatum, which may be viewed domestically as a loss of sovereignty, or maintaining their legal stance at the risk of diplomatic isolation. For the supporters of Nnamdi Kanu, however, the message has provided a renewed sense of hope. The video concludes with a solemn reminder that history is recording the actions taken in these critical days, leaving the Nigerian government with a stark choice between prolonging a divisive conflict or taking a courageous step toward national reconciliation. With the clock winding down, the world waits to see if the Tinubu administration will heed this unprecedented call for liberty.